Never give up. Lessons of determination from anime heroes. One of the most important lessons we can learn from anime characters is unyielding determination. Anime characters often face difficulties that seem impossible to overcome, but they always keep fighting despite all the circumstances. These characters teach us that true strength does not consist in never falling. It's about getting up every time and continuing to move forward, even when everything seems against you. Anime characters like Naruto and Ichigo set an example of determination. They face a variety of difficulties, from personal tragedies to large-scale disasters that threaten their world. But their determination does not weaken. They are fighting for their ideals. They teach us that true strength does not lie in physical strength or incredible abilities, but in willpower and the desire to continue despite everything. Each of these characters faces moments of doubt and fear, setbacks and falls. But it is at these moments that determination and self-belief become their weapons. By overcoming setbacks, they become more experienced and ready for new challenges. Inspired by such characters, you learn that your strength lies in the ability to keep going. Despite the falls and failures, this quality is very important in real life. After all, only those who continue to move forward achieve their goals. This quality can be developed, inspired by anime examples. We learn to accept difficulties as part of the journey. We can't always control the circumstances, but we can always control our reaction to them. The example of anime characters teaches us that what matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you get up. Determination, not victory, makes us strong. This is not only the ability to move forward in the most difficult situations, but also the ability to believe in yourself when everyone is in doubt. Anime often shows how heroes and their teams work together to defeat a powerful enemy. These moments teach us an important lesson: strength in a team. When anime characters unite, they become invincible. Together, they can cope with any difficulties, even if they face powerful enemies. This is an important idea that can be applied in real life. We all face challenges, and sometimes they may seem too big to handle alone. However, as anime characters teach us, a team is not just a group of people. This is a group of people who believe in each other, support each other, and are always ready to help. Friends, family, colleagues, all these people can become your team that will support you in the most difficult moments. When you work in a team, you can not only share your thoughts, but also to receive help, advice, and support. Strength in a team is an important lesson. In real life, we can also achieve success only with the support of friends and family. Sometimes we need someone to believe in us when we doubt our own abilities. And that's okay. We can't always be strong and confident. But when we have a team that supports us, we feel that we can overcome any difficulties. Don't be afraid to ask for help and share your goals with those who are important to you. Sometimes we are afraid to look weak or dependent when we ask for support, but in fact, it is strength to know that you are not alone. The support of others allows us to grow. Teamwork, trust in each other, and the ability to support your loved ones are the qualities that lead to victory. When you trust your team, you become stronger. Like anime characters, you can achieve a lot if you move forward with those who share your goal. It is important to remember that success is not just about individual efforts, but also collective ones. When your team is united, when each of you supports each other, nothing can stop you. Working together, you and your team will overcome any obstacles. Friendship and teamwork are not only about achieving goals, but also about building strong and long-term relationships. The greatest achievements happen when we go through difficulties together. We support each other and go to success shoulder to shoulder. This creates real bonds and friendships that stay with us throughout our lives. Each anime character goes through hardships to become stronger, smarter, and wiser. These trials are not just obstacles, they become the foundation of their strength. Anime characters face external and internal challenges, but it is through overcoming these difficulties that they become who they are at the end of their journey. This is an important lesson that we can bring to real life. Personal growth takes time, effort, and self-overcoming. You can become stronger if you work on yourself. Training, overcoming internal barriers, and giving up weakness are what make anime characters real heroes. They don't wait for the problems to disappear on their own. They act when faced with difficulties face to face. These moments are both a workout for the body and for the soul. The more effort you put into yourself, the more power you gain. You can become the same hero if you work on yourself every day. That doesn't mean you have to be perfect. This means that you should strive for self-improvement. It doesn't matter what you can't do right away. It's important that you keep moving forward. Sometimes success comes through failures, through mistakes that teach us something important. This is not a reason to give up, but a chance to become even stronger. Self-development is the key to success, and as an anime, it's important not to stop there. Even when it seems that you have reached a certain level, remember that there is always room for growth. Anime characters are never satisfied with what they have already achieved. They are always striving for more, always looking for new ways to improve. And that makes them heroes. In real life, it's that kind of determination and perseverance. The desire to move forward, despite the difficulties, makes us strong. Every step on the path to self-improvement is a step towards great success. You become stronger not only physically, but also mentally. You learn to cope with difficulties, become wiser, and take responsibility for your life. It is important to remember that the process of growth will not always be easy, but every moment when you continue to struggle, despite all the difficulties, brings you closer to your goal. Personal growth is a long and difficult path, but it leads to real strength. Just like anime characters get stronger with every challenge, you can also become stronger if you continue to develop and work on yourself. The main thing is not to stop. Strive for more, believe in yourself and your strengths. One of the most powerful motivators for anime characters is their loyalty to their beliefs and principles. Anime characters often face situations where their moral principles are put to the test. But despite all the difficulties, they remain true to themselves and their values. This loyalty helps them overcome obstacles. They don't change their principles for convenience or gain, and that makes them real heroes. This lesson can also be applied in real life, especially in adolescence when we face peer pressure and society. We may encounter situations where we are asked to do what others want, but this may contradict our beliefs. At such times, it is important to remember that true strength does not lie in submission. It's about staying true to yourself. When you stay true to your principles, you become a person who is respected because you are honest with yourself and others. Do not succumb to the pressure of the environment. It can be difficult, especially when everyone around you is eager for you to do something that is not close to you, but your principles make you unique. You don't have to follow other people's paths if they don't match your values. Follow your inner voice and stay true to what you hold dear. It makes you strong. Be honest with yourself. This is one of the most important things you can learn from anime characters. They don't pretend to be someone they aren't, and they stay true to themselves. This can be a difficult choice, especially when it seems easier to give up. But being honest with yourself is the path to true freedom and happiness. You will gain confidence. Steadfastness in one's values is not a weakness, but a strength. Anime characters show that being true to your principles requires tremendous fortitude. That means you won't be tempted. You will stand your ground because you understand that real strength lies in being honest with yourself despite all the challenges. It makes you strong and helps you move forward. Like anime characters, you can become just as strong if you stay true to your principles. This path won't always be easy, but it will lead you to real success. Being true to yourself is not easy, but it's what helps you stay a true hero. Perseverance in your beliefs is the power that makes you unique and real. Anime characters always set high goals for themselves and strive to achieve them despite all obstacles. These characters never give up on their dreams. It is important for them not only to achieve their goals, but also to follow a path that will make them stronger and wiser. Dreams can be grandiose, but it's important to make them come true. Dreaming is not enough. To make your dream come true, you need to act. Every step you take brings you closer to success. It may be a small step today, but it is such steps that lead to great achievements. Be inspired by your favorite characters who never give up. Every anime character starts with a small step, which may seem insignificant, but this step is the beginning of a long journey. It is important to understand that every path begins with the first step. Like anime characters who start with nothing, but gradually become strong and wise, you can achieve your goals if you move forward. Don't be afraid to set ambitious goals for yourself, even if they seem far away. Big dreams require courage, but they lead to great achievements. Think about what you want to achieve and set ambitious goals for yourself. The path will be difficult, but that's no reason to give up. The process itself is important, moving forward. Anime characters have moments of doubt, but they keep going forward without stopping. That's what makes them real heroes, the ability not to stop. If you want to succeed, set high goals for yourself and move towards them step by step. Remember that all great achievements begin with the first step. Sometimes the path seems long and difficult, but if you keep moving forward, you will definitely achieve your goal. Set ambitious goals for yourself and don't be afraid to go towards them.